Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Frostpunk 2. The Pilgrims do not like us. That is fine. We're still trying to establish our colony at the old dreadnought. Let's zoom out here. All the way over here. Okay. Will it tell me how long this has been going on? Instruction time 15 weeks. Is that ongoing or... Because it's about to drop into the colder season. Or did it just do that? Because now we're at negative 67 coal. Nope, now we're at negative 97 coal. Ah, there it is. Okay.
The temperatures will soon plummet. Beware.
Beware. Okay. That's fine. Temperature has dropped. Population is growing. So this will kind of recover. We should probably... Well, we can... Actually, the kind of nice thing about having expanded as much as we did and then kicked out a portion of our... Holy hell! We're at negative 250 now. 32 weeks. So having kicked out a portion of our population... as we get more people back, we can start adding them back to different sectors of the economy. And like we could up the number of efficiency on our housing and kind of increase that. So that's actually kind of nice. I'm kind of thinking it would be nice to expand our shallow coal seam over here 1 time, 3 times, and get both of these other coal veins involved in the production to try and kick this can further down the road. So let's do that. How are we doing on laws? We haven't passed anything in a while. I keep looking at you guys. So we have chemical additives, mass-produced goods, paid essentials, supported quarantine, expedition support, harvesting, funerals, family apprenticeship. So it looks like we could try to shoot for one of the rule laws. And we have guard enforcers. So the steward may deploy squads of well-trained, well-equipped guards to put down disruptions and otherwise keep the peace. So it unlocks quell protest district ability, which ends protests, or mobilize watchtower squads, which does something else instead of fighting petty crime? Oh, we gain more guard squads instead of fighting crime. I see. I kind of like the idea of guided voting, though. We're at the tricky thing is it's a lot of people who are against it. A lot of people... It's kind of even, but it's worse. And we'd have to convince 31... Or 20... 21? 22, probably, I guess. People to join us. So let's take a look. Who would we need to negotiate this? So the Frostlanders are mostly hesitant. The Londoners are mostly for it. So we should probably try to convince somebody who's not the Londoners, because even if we did convince them, we'd only get 17 people. So if we want to tell the Frostlanders to vote for this, what would we do? We'd have to research one of these buildings. Remolded prefabs, recast composite factory. Increases disease and heat demand, takes oil, but it gives a lot of resources, but it takes a lot of people to run too. This one gives us prefabs, sucks up a lot of materials. Ah, this is rough. And unfortunately, like they're really the only one that we could try and convince to help us past this, because right now we don't have any for it. There's 20. Yeah, basically if we convince the Frostlanders, it will pass. But let's take a look at some of the things they wanted us to research here. So they had, so it'd be under factories here, probably, well, the prefabs factory. So the remolded prefabs would take 100 heat stamps. The goods factory was it the calibrated goods factory? Oh, it was the recast, so that would also take 100. I have to imagine the coal mine also is pretty... Where's the coal mine at? There it is. Advanced blasting coal mine. Advanced shaft coal mine. So this one is the cheapest demand from them. It doesn't... The nice thing about that is it doesn't demand we build it. However, it is kind of just a waste of time. That's rough. I wish it was something like let them decide the next vote. Oh well. We are getting food brought in from the whale outpost too, which is pretty nice. We don't want to take these people in yet. We want to balance everything before we get all that set up. We don't have the teams to head out to check out any of these other regions. I don't think we'd want to check any of them out, because aren't they all dangerous? I guess the graveyard's not. Oh, we could actually send this expedition right now. Okay, let's check out the graveyard. Why not? Have our team doing the work. There they go! Good job, guys. Alright, disease is diminishing. Cold is absent. That's great. Dude, everything's looking pretty sick, even though it's cold. Really, the only the only detriment to our city right now is the fact that we don't have a positive coal influx. But we do have over our maximum stockpile, thanks to our scouts, like, sending us 50,000 coal or whatever they sent us a while back. So that was actually a pretty slick find, considering we came into the cold season and we still have yet to set up our oil. New London. That's where I'm at right now. Why does this have a little thing over top of it? Didn't I send people here? Where are all our people? Excuse me. Is under construction. Okay. So at some point they'll do this? Do we need more Frostland teams? Is that what happened? I think that's what happened, actually. Oh no! I've made a colossal error. Pause the balls. Can I tell you guys to come back? Cancel. Don't go anywhere. I see what happened here. Okay, so I started this guy without realizing that would eat the 20 people I needed to set up the town. Oh, there it is. Okay, lesson learned. My bad. Let's take a look at New London and make sure the food isn't okay, the food is a negative now, but it should be fine. 138 weeks. We're fine on food. We'll give them the 15 weeks they need to set up the new colony or whatever it is. And we've expanded the coal district. Although it's off right now, right? It is off. Okay. So what's happening here? Scouts rivalry. The Steward, the deeds and findings of our scouts are the talk of the town. Some of them grew in popularity to the point of receiving letters and gifts. It's boosting our scouts' morale, but it's also starting to cause jealousy and rivalry. Recently, a brawl between two crewmates erupted over a portrait sent by a young lady. You guys, stop being so horny. Some officers welcome this extra motivation, but others express concern and are urging you to intervene. All right, what's that? What would happen here? If we did allow it, the stalwarts would approve, and exploration time is extremely decreased, or prohibit it. Tension is... We don't have any tension in the city right now. And the pilgrims already hate me, so whatever. I care not about the pilgrims' opinions of me, and we didn't need the tension reduction. So I'm all about getting the explorers to go even faster. Why not? Good for them. Now, if I turned you on... We don't have even close to the number of people needed to run the coal the coal district. Well, that's fine. So you're going to be full in 31 weeks. You will be full in 103 weeks. So we got plenty of time on goods surplus. You'll be empty in 136 weeks. So we definitely want to turn the whale district, or whale district, the whale outpost back on. We need a 200 workforce to be able to ice or frost break. I think we should probably adjust our goods income right now. Also, how much prefabs are left here? Oh, there's a lot of prefabs still there. Are you goods? Who does goods?
Our elderly
You do.
citizens are encouraged to pre-register their funerals at their local harvesting parlor.
Pre-register your funerals. 2.4 million. Wow. All right, let's ice break out to here. That's good. And then we'll frost break again to get the other outpost online. Let's go check on our outpost. It's like 25% of the way, maybe a third of the way, actually. So that's good. Should we do have a lot of heat stamps, so I think we could probably put some research on the clock here. What are pump jacks? Speeds up oil extraction, okay. Access to steam. Generator upgrade. Oh, that's actually going to be important when we actually get the oil in, because otherwise we can't use oil as a heat source, I assume. Heat dispatcher? Heat demand. Construct these in district food extraction, any district, really. Squalor increase, but it's twice as effective and it takes half the workforce. Those are that's an interesting idea for a building. Anything else we'd consider doing? What does Skyways do? Network of cables connecting elevated stations will allow us to run suspended trains in the Frostland without having to worry about ice and snow accumulation. That's kind of cool. Oh, everybody likes this one. Yeah, I can't imagine the downside of that. Threat level is decreased, seems nice. Logistics bays, what is this? Frostland team's output seems really nice. Extra 100 people, but you get 5 more teams. That kind of seems worth it. It's for the logistics bays, and then the harvesting hangar. Harvesting efficiency, I'm not as into that. I think let's go for Skyways, though. I'm wondering if that'll, like, make it easier to avoid, like, things knocking down your, I don't know, your supply lines? Because I think in a whiteout, like, you can't transport anything anyway. I'm not sure. We'll find out, I guess. 5, 6. Oh, we can do this many times. There we go. Cool. And then we're working on the next level of our population here. 74%. We're almost there. In which case we can adjust some of our stuff. And maybe just straight up build another outpost district out here. We won't be able to build it now, but maybe we put you to work here so we're not losing food. Now we're even, like exactly even, which is wild. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that for now, and then let the population grow. And then let the outpost complete. And then once the outpost is complete, we can put the teams back to work at the whaling, and then send the other team all the way out to the graveyard like we really wanted to. I wish I could zoom out even further. There just seems to be like so much to explore. A lot of it's dangerous though. If you look in every other direction than the one we have been going to. Mountains are deadly. Not even dangerous. People will die. Don't send us there, please. So yeah, it's the frozen sea seems to be okay. The frozen ocean is not. And then the graveyard is okay. Okay, so there's 2 places we can send people currently. Safe. Yeah, it's really interesting. Nearly depleted. I'm fine with that. The more you can deplete a resource, then I can move you elsewhere in the city. And we have quite a stockpile of prefabs now, so I'm not super concerned about it. Still a little like, how do we convince people to give me the guided voting? And then it would unlock the ability for Bureau of Propaganda and secret police. That sounds so bad. Oh man. All right, guided voting. We got to try this at least. So let's propose. And now we got 34 people for it. I don't know how that happened. We got more. Oh, we convinced the stalwarts to like us again. That's pretty nice. I think we still need to be negotiating with the Frostlanders, though. We're not going to be able to get the Pilgrims, and it wouldn't matter anyway. So Frostlanders it is. And I think what we'll do is we'll give them... Oh, here's a new one. What does this do? So Squalor is significantly decreased. It does get heat demand, and then allows rapid filtration, which decreases Squalor but results in injuries. We're not going to do Dust Coal Mine. Like, it's not even going to be useful. So I think we go allow the Moss Filtration Tower to be researched. And we still need some people to vote for it. But I think some people will fall on our side. We just need 4 more people to agree. So I think we give this the Moss Filtration Tower to them and let it ride. Cross your fingers. All right, there's the 63. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. It rolled in so slowly.
Proposed law has been approved.
Oh, we've done it. Leadership grows more centralized. No decent people want this Moss Filtration Tower nonsense. Why would someone promise such nonsense? I don't know. Why would anyone? Filtration Tower. Oh, interesting. We had already researched the ventilation tower. But it's cheap, relatively. So I'm okay with that. We got to let them finish Skyways first. But once we get more people, we can try to kick on some of the research buildings and make them go a little faster. Pret a prosthetics, mass-produced goods. Steward, a young engineer, brought us novel designs to mass-produce prosthetics with a minimum amount of resources. Manufactured in standard sizes, they would allow maimed workers to get back in the saddle in no time, he bragged. Sure, they won't be the sturdiest, but they will cost practically nothing. If one breaks, folks will quickly get another one. Should we allocate additional materials to our industry to use these designs? So, mass-produced goods increases the percentage of active workers, but increases material demand, and relations slightly improve with New Londoners and the stalwarts. Materials are too essential to be committed to such a project. I wish they would give me exact numbers, because I'm making these decisions like in a rough vacuum. Although our materials production has gotten to be pretty good of late, so I think I'll go for it. And we'll get. I was gonna say the nice thing is we'll be able to get more workers out of it, which is kind of what we're lacking right now. So let's see. If I wanted to kick on this research building, we can. Fantastic. It does suck up a lot of coal, and we only have 12 weeks worth of coal left. But the Skyways will be new hand every week. Yes, for me. We will never run out of limbs, I guess. Wonderful. That's hilarious. I feel like we're running like very dangerous 37 weeks. All right, turn this guy off. It kicked us over quite a high threshold, and I think I would rather turn you on to try and mitigate some of the coal. And then we'll wait till the city population kicks up here in a very short amount of time. Let's go check on our colony. Not quite, but close. The old dreadnought. We're getting there. $15 weeks. Yeah, we really need to get this coal district running at a much higher rate than it currently is. The oil deposits have been discovered. Topics relating to oil can now be researched. A new group has a presence in the old dreadnought. Oh, cool. Oh, neat. You can actually come all the way in and look at it. Colonists. Very cool. So how do we do this now? The old dreadnought. Resource transfer, send people. Oh, okay, so we need to manage multiple colonies now. This is fascinating. All right, so we construct districts for... Well, I guess we construct a housing district first, I assume. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We surround whatever the abandoned huts are. So that'll give us our housing. Goods. Do we have goods around here? We're just gonna recreate the we're gonna recreate the thing we created in the first encounter. Do I have to frostbreak? I sure do. Okay. Well, we should frostbreak out this way. Get our hands on this oil. Like that. How much oil is here? Will you tell me? What? 5.5 million. Okay, maybe we only need one oil district forever. So frostbreaking there, that's good. I guess we'll just let that ride.
We have once again installed a suggestion box in the Central District's main office building.
We have once again... The voice guy is very funny. He sounds very, like, annoyed with his job. Population has increased. Fantastic. Let's go back to New London. We need to adjust up the housing. So let's do that for all of the housing districts here. Oh, we're so close to having a housing district. Oh, and then this one. Fantastic. Positive housing. In fact, we can save a little bit on workers. Now, let's crank up both the material surplus and the coal surplus. That's good. It's pushed it out by another 14 weeks. But we've run out of other people. We could reduce the demand here and then jack up the amount of people in the coal district. 43. We're at 100 weeks remaining in this coal seam, so that's good. We've pushed it out by 61 weeks, which would get us to the very edge of the next warm season. And possibly give us enough time to get oil established. And I think that's really what we're banking on. We don't have any other people. It is still increasing, though, so we can kind of let things ride for now, and then kind of expand a second time when we get the next occupation. When we get the next influx of population. So let's go back to the graveyard. Launch expedition again. You guys are going to start bringing in food to New London, correct? Or are they going to give it to Old Dreadnought? Nope, they're bringing it to New London. That's fine. Old Dreadnought's running at perfect equilibrium from food perspective right now. So things are fine. Coal left around New London is 99 weeks. All right, we've got the oil deposit opened up here. So we need to get, there's two things we need to do. We need the extraction district around the oil, which we need to do to get the heat going. So I think we're going to spend this first group here getting the oil up and running. And then secondarily, we will... So does the Skyway automatically exist, or do we have to build that? Like, if I go here... Like, if I zoom in, is this a Skyway now? Doesn't look like a Skyway, but I don't know. So you guys... So we're gonna build this. The second thing we will do is we will build the industry district. But we need to frost break first. So let's go ahead and do that while we have some spare time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kablam. Okay. And that's to give us the goods availability so we have less crime. So that's gonna go. Let's let that go. Let's go back to the main city and research the Moss Filtration Tower, so I don't forget to do that. So that's under Resources, Filtration Tower, research the idea. Fantastic. Well, we don't have enough workers. Never mind. I was going to say, do we want to invest in this next way station district? But we don't have enough people to do that, so... or at least we won't have enough people until this district runs out of stuff. Although we did drop it down dramatically to 10% workforce, so they're, it's going to take them a very long time. Oh, somebody has something to say. It's going to take them a very long time to clear out those prefabs at this rate. Jane Fury, factory worker, changing her broken prosthetic hand. Geez, that's the second one this month. Thank God I always carry a spare, and I have 3 more at home. That new Grossmith design is a bit flimsy for my taste, but at least we no longer have to worry about prosthetic supply. Hell, the whole city could lose a hand, and we'd probably still have some to spare. The stump hurts, though. I ought to massage it more often. You agree to allocate materials to mass production of prosthetics. Sometimes you gotta make a little bit of a personal sacrifice to survive the apocalypse. If that's a somewhat achy stump, then so be it. How are you guys doing out here? What's the... Oh, they're making their way? Look at them go. Do they have to get there and come back? Oh, nope. They just have to get there and then stay. The meadow. Dangerous. Probably polar bears or something. We could consider trying to bring people in. I'm just so afraid that if we pull in like 2,000 people all of a sudden at once, it's going to like overwhelm our housing or something. Because we are kind of at the max of our housing currently. I think we actually are, we're slightly under the efficiency for the housing. So we could get like we could squeeze maybe 10 more housing out of it, but 2,000 people is a lot of people to add.
Steward.
Visions of our future. Steward, everyone in New London is awaiting the moment we get a steady supply of oil. So many fears would vanish, so many dreams made possible. But those dreams seem to be diverging. Stalwarts paint visions of an eternally warm New London, as warm as only the eldest among us remember. But pilgrims want us to use the newfound power to reach out and settle remote places on the Frostland, making it our own. Both factions started thinking about how to use the oil when it reaches New London. When it does, we will have to decide. That's fascinating. I think I do tend to lean towards the Frostlander idea of going out and expanding into the Frostland, but you don't want to expand so much that all of a sudden New London is vulnerable. You want to put your own air mask on, as the airline will have you know. Turn on the generator, fire it up. So we're gaining 6 per. So do we want to transfer? Is this how this works? So we have oil here. Transfer 75. Or is this per? This must be per like cycle. I wonder what the cycle rate is though. So let's set it at 25 and that'll take us 3 cycles, whatever that is. To get to the 75, right? -19, and then they gain. Oh, I see. Because we're generating 6, and then we're transferring 25. So I understand. We're running at a -50% material, so we should probably be sending those from New London. I understand how the balance should be working here. Okay. Goods, we should be able to produce some of that ourselves here. So let's go ahead and start the industrial district that I talked about. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I see. I think we keep it this way. Yeah, that's good enough. Cold is diminishing. Good. Materials being scarce is not great, and there is no source of materials on this map. So that it is something that has to come from New London. So, but last thing we'll do here, before I forget to do it next episode, is let's go take a look at reducing the goods produced. How far could we reduce this? Okay, we don't want to go that far. We still want a surplus. And then try to up the amount of materials produced to 99, and then we go back to the old. Oh, actually, we don't even have to go back. Just resource transfer, and then balance this. So we're gonna send 50. So we're still at a positive here. However, they no longer have a material scarcity. I don't think we need to send. Oh, although when they have the goods industry or their industrial district kick on, they're gonna need even more materials. So why don't we kick this up to like 65, maybe 70? Let's kick it up to 70, see what this comes in at, and then oh, neat. Ah, cool. Let's not do that for here, because I don't want to overburden New London right now. But this should be pretty good. Okay, so let's set up transfer resources that way. So how often does this happen? Trade routes 25. will be filled in 285 weeks. So they have 75 right now? No. 25 per day. Holy cow, that's so fast. Okay. All right, we've got oil. Oil is flowing. But we need to get it 25 here. So that will happen next episode. However, I think we've done a good job of getting the old dreadnought established again. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Frostpunk 2, I almost called it RimWorld. If you want to see more episodes of Frostpunk 2 or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel, make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!